after the atheist guy tried to get you to provoke me to get me involuntarily admitted, I think
the local law enforcement, the military, mental health, as you would expect, as they do in mental institutions and civic institutions, jails and prisons all across the nation, they are turning a blind eye on these people covertly drugging me because they don't like that I'm outspoken with over 4,000 videos. And they're turning a blind eye on gays trying to rape me after they covertly drug the food in my home.
Verbeff says all these happenings culminated in an assault. The 39-year-old believes someone drugged the food in her home and returned later to rape her.
I know something happened to me because a woman knows.
She filed a report and was briefly hospitalized with signs of sexual assault.
I've definitively proven that white hate groups, the international Jewish groups, secret societies, mental health, law enforcement, the military, major political groups, and others are covertly drugging me.
Richard said gangstalking is nothing new, but new technology is making it more common.
Gangstalking itself, they have elevated themselves to technology. So this is something that's been going on before the age of Facebook, Twitter, those other social websites. They just now have gone into those areas.
For those of you who are new, this is from Nappy Head's Roots channel. It has 366, now 367 likes, 22 dislikes. 35,829 views at this point. Now remember, I shop at Safeway, and in the past, Nob Hill, okay? And, well, in the past Safeway. And they are drugging me at Safeway. Now I want you to ask yourselves, if Safeway is not involved in this, if they're not giving them a discount for their gift cards, you know, maybe, you know, charging them 8 cents on the dollar or whatever, then why do they give them a gift card to there?
Troll like a motherfucker.
Imagine if it was the whole county. You wouldn't even be able to go to Gilroy, let's say, without being harassed by one of them.
It is the whole county.
You know a lot of them?
Just a couple.
Fuck, man.
Most of them already have their own place right now, like Section A or Housing 1000.
They give a lot of them housing, huh?
Yeah. And they give you, like, they pay you in, most of them get paid in gift cards for, like, the first month.
So you fuck with people for gift cards. So these people
Basically,
fuck with people for gift cards.
And they're not just, like, $10 gift cards. They're $100 gift cards from, like, Target, Ross, Safeway.
That's why everybody...
That way you can get clothes and eat, you know?
That's why I know.
Everybody wants to be on that shit, not just because they can fuck with people, but just because, you know, they can go shopping and eat whatever they want, at wherever they want, you know?
Notice he said Safeway. This guy, you know, watch the whole video. I don't want to make this clip too long, but this video, this guy talks about how they met at City Hall. They attempted to recruit him. It's a very informative video about how they recruit some of their recruits for gang stalking. Others I know that work in mental health and things of this nature. Some are gang members. This is just one of many recruiting mechanisms. So the first picture on the screen is partially how I was treated on the SJ Facebook flea market page. And I've lived in the San Jose area pretty much my entire life. It is very typical. That generally is how these second-rate thugs and second-rate people in San Jose are. Either they're helping the New World Order, or they are very ignorant. They're not very educated. They choose a flea market life of stealing little petty things, petty theft, and selling it on the flea market. Living in their Section 8 housing and low-income housing, or, you know, 10 people to an apartment type of situation. And that allows them to save up a certain amount of money to, you know, buy clothes or buy stolen clothes from the flea market and what have you. And, you know, sometimes they throw in with their friends and buy a nice little car with some rims that may or may not have been stolen. And they try to come off as doing better than they really are. And really, I don't necessarily blame them for that. What I do blame them for is for selling out their mothers, their sisters, and their daughters to be essentially sex slaves for the New World Order. These pernicious, misleading miscreants did not stand with me. They did not offer me help. They would rather sell $2 lipstick than take 2 minutes to prove that they are covertly drugging me. I raised my offer from $30 to $45. $5 if they watch the video that proves the point for 2 minutes. A video that definitively shows that gang stalking exists in Northern California, 45 minutes away. The Santa Cruz Police Department. A lieutenant said, yes, it exists. It's like cyberbullying on steroids, but they use technology to follow the person in person as well. And another video that's only 7 minutes long of a Mexican-American woman who had the food in her house drugged, and they came back to rape her. Now, there's a lot of other proofs I've presented. You know, I have interviews with gang stalkers themselves admitting they're gang stalking me. I have, you know, article clips from people that work at Burger King being caught putting hydrocodone into the food. I have the interview with my mom, rather covertly recording my mom for about 1 minute, where she says, yes, there's a strange smell in the room that instantly made her chest hurt and her lungs hurt and her feeling dizzy, to the point where she said, you can use your room to store things, but my goodness, don't sleep in there. I have many other proofs that this is going on. But all of these people jumped on the bandwagon, as conformist, groupie Mexican Americans often do. Now, I'm not a racist, okay? But this needs to be said. These people who claim to be thugs in America's safest big city, these people who aren't street educated, these second-rate thugs, nor are they book smart, nor are they homeschooled or have they done their own research, much less due diligence. Mocking someone that has. Someone with over 4,000 videos in the last 7 years and over 10,000 valid resources. Stanford.edu, Harvard, Princeton, peer-reviewed research, Google Scholar, encyclopedias, Britannica, valid resources. Psychiatrist Colin Ross, the U.S. Army Guerrilla Warfare Manual, Morals and Dogma, the Masons' own words, the Black Panther Party Reconsidered, Handbook to Life in Ancient Rome, Atkins and Atkins, on and on, 10,000 of the motherfuckers. But no, these deplorable, horrible human beings have mistreated me. Gang stalking arguably affects them more than any other demographic in the San Jose area, because Asians, generally speaking, again, are the model minorities. Whites are a bunch of yuppie groupies, and there's only, San Jose area is only 1% black, and they're not exactly a black militant bunch. So, arguably, what I'm doing in this area, exposing gang stalking and covert drugging in this area, is helping Mexican Americans more than any other demographic. Are there women saying, my hero, thank you, you know, beautiful women? No, they're dating these people, these uneducated people with nothing to offer them. They can't say, well, you're not doing good for yourself, because in the flea market, I come across attractive women every single day that are dating, you know, poor guys, to the point where they're selling $2 lipstick in the flea market to make ends meet. They can't say, well, you know, you're not balling out of control, because compared to their boyfriends, I am. Compared to them. And I'm more educated, and I'm the top martial artist. And I'm tall, dark, and handsome. Most of their boyfriends aren't. So they can't say that. So what else can they say? Nothing. I am your ideal human being. I'm Jesus mixed with Joshua in a way, without being the Messiah or the Son of God. I'm a teacher. I am a damn near a saint and a uncontrolled revolutionary. No. They lack the true perception. They lack overstanding, and as such, I am being shunned by the people I am helping most, mocked by people I don't ever want to see. Next time I see a Mexican flag, I am gonna burn the motherfucker. You know why? Or a Mexican waving an American flag, same thing. Because you people have no right to claim that you're proud to be Mexican American. You are helping them drug, stalk, harass, and rape your own people. I pointed it out to you. I gave you links to mainstream news where a police officer said that's what they're doing. 45 minutes away. I gave you a link to... So why? Why have they betrayed me? What possible excuse do they have? Now, the gang stalkers will scramble to make excuses, but none of them hold any weight. The most honorable thing an American can be, currently and historically, is an uncontrolled opposition figure, a revolutionary. In fact, what is it? You know, it's about... this is my second clip, so I don't know what time we're at, but I'm going to have to find it painstakingly, and I'm going to put a picture that shows you that one of these Mexican surenos recognized me from YouTube, supposedly. Either that or they're a gang stalker. Either way, it proves my point. And they said, "Aren't you Mechaloke from YouTube?" And I had the presence of mind to take a screenshot before I was suspended. Yes, these people that consistently snitch, who pretend that they're thugs, reported me to Facebook for trying to help their people. Now I want you all to ask yourselves, if you were a black guy being mocked by the very people that you're helping the most with what you're doing, how would you feel about them? If you had been shunned your whole life by this very group of people, when you used to smoke weed, you were ripped off, you know, from time to time for little $20 sacks and, you know, dub sacks and here and there, you know. Their women shunned you. They tried to get you to settle. They themselves don't settle, but they try to get you to settle for their most unattractive women, their overweight women, undesirable women for whatever reason. How would you feel about these people? Your father's a brain surgeon who gave away millions of dollars of free care to these people. And how they repay you is shooting themselves in the foot, throwing their wives, daughters, and sisters under the bus, betraying God and all of humanity while betraying you. That is how the Mexican-American community in San Jose says thank you for millions of dollars of free care, for 20 years of helping them without a penny, for exposing gang stalking, which is getting them raped, drugged, stalked, and harassed. This is how. This is exactly how they say thank you. And it's worse than that. They're helping them. Not only are they helping them by trying to play me out as crazy, they are helping them gang stalk. They may as well be lining up Mexican women in their family and holding them down one at a time for New World Order military people, law enforcement, and other unscrupulous dogs to gang rape. They may as well be holding them down. They may as well be drugging them themselves. Oh yeah, that's right. They are drugging them themselves, because at many of these fast food restaurants, there are Mexican people and homosexuals drugging my food. Sometimes it's an attractive Mexican woman that thinks she's too good for me, even though she works at fucking, you know, Jack in the Box in whatever, you know, place I go, Safeway. drugging my food. The irony of being above these people spiritually, physically, mentally, and socially, and closer to God, while they think they're above me, and they're drugging my food for helping them. Don't you see the sick irony here? Don't you see why I cannot ever respect anyone in the Mexican community, the Mexican-American community in San Jose? And if you have any insight or understanding, you shouldn't respect them either. By now, the word is out. This is one gossiping hen community. The word is out. There's this black guy we're covertly drugging for the government. They're giving us gift cards to Safeway, which is one of the places they're doing it at. You know, we're so cool. We're so smart. Ha, ha, ha. We're shooting ourselves in the foot, and we're making some money for weed, alcohol, and meth. How would you feel about these people if you were me? Now, I'm not saying they're the only ones doing it. I call it as it happens, as I see it. Right now, I'm focusing on the Mexican-American community because how you treated me was appalling. And the only way for you to make it up to me is for you to rise up together and admit two things. One, that I'm the top martial artist because you have been helping them troll me and covertly drug me and gas me and repetitively saying to me, you're not the top martial artist and bitch shit like that. Number two, expose this gang stalking and protest with me at City Hall. And all you Mexican Americans that work for the news, you need to get your news companies to expose this and not play me out as crazy either. I'll go there in a suit. You can even help me make sure that my beard isn't acting up, because sometimes it does, you know. I might even cut it just for the, you know. And we will cover this thing once and for all. We'll play all the relevant clips that prove that they're fuming me, that we have gang stalkers admitting that they were told to provoke me, to get me involuntarily admitted into Valley Medical Center. All you Hispanics that work in the military psychological operations units, you need to come out as whistleblowers. Hispanics in Santa Clara County Sheriff's Department, same thing. Hispanics working, or Mexican Americans working for the FBI, same thing. Mexican Americans in mental health, you need to admit that psychiatry is a fraud, that it is not fair, the 5150 policy that takes gun rights away from political dissidents. And all of you cowards who think that I'm wrong, just Google psychiatric abuse. Even Wikipedia, which arguably is regulated by the government, has a very interesting article on psychiatric abuse with valid sources, mainstream history, things that you people should have been aware of, but you're not. Instead, you are trying to hinder the progress of the guy who's trying to help you. Now, I tell you the truth. It is impossible. It is impossible to be proud to be Mexican American and to be gang stalking me or trying to play me out as crazy when I am much more coherent and well-spoken than anyone you have ever met. Thank you. So I contacted two Hispanic people, one that I've known for a couple years, and the other who claims to be a TI on Facebook. The first from the East Bay. The second lives in San Jose. That I offered them $20, you know, just to you know, breathe in my car and to go on record with their honest opinion about it. The first one I offered to pay for their room in San Jose, you know. Both of them declined. All right, but I have this priceless proof right here.
My chest too, but you're wrong. I think you should go to Oakley's and let me see what you're trying to do. Oakley's one's a lot better. Maybe you should just move out and take the other room. And keep that room for, I don't know, but don't sleep in there, for God's sake. Because that room is just horrible, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something wrong with it. I don't know what it'd be if I can't feel it, but it could be some gold hidden under, yeah, hidden somewhere. Could be, I don't know. Because whatever it is not smelly.
I feel they don't want to accept your top martial arts challenge because, you know, you're one of the top martial artists probably in America, and they don't want you to be exposed to the world because when you're targeted, they do not want you to rise, especially if you're so-called Afro-American or, you know, African bloodline.
And that's what you've been saying all along, man. You're a top martial artist. It's the truth.
Anika as a top martial artist.
So, did that atheist guy really tell you to provoke me to go to the psych ward?
Yes. I know you guys are dirty. Stop being jealous. Stop trying to provoke instead of like publicly admit that he is the best.
The perps, they don't want to accept my challenge, but they troll me on my videos and they try to make fun of my demonstrations. But there's $3,000 if they can beat me. So why do you think people are hiding from my top martial arts challenge, but they're trolling me instead of accepting?
Well, a lot of people probably don't want to fight you.
You think is the top martial artist?
I think you are the top martial artist, and anyone who doesn't agree is a liar.
Who do you think is the top martial artist?
I believe you are the top martial artist.
Any reason you say that?
You say that?
I'm sorry?
Is there any reason you say that?
The videos, I've watched your videos, and I've seen the way you move, your moves and everything. And I've seen that you've challenged people in your videos.